So, I didn't film anything earlier, the camera was charging, but my brother and I went to the movies to see the new 300 movie. What was it called? 300 Rise of the Empire or something like that? So we just went and saw that. Then I had to run to Lowe's because I had to buy a faucet for our other unit. So this is the faucet. It's the same faucet that we have. So it's a lot cheaper to go to. We went to Lowe's, but everything was so expensive, so we went to Costco and they have that exact faucet. So that's what we did. Other than that, haven't really done anything else today. I went to Costco to get the faucet, so then I decided I'd pick up some juice for Kaylee because she loves cranberry juice. And juice is expensive if you buy it anywhere else. Oh, and I bought some steak for dinner tonight. So I'll probably be making that for dinner. Other than that, it was just me and Olive this morning. We were hanging out. Huh, Olive? Only been gone for about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, I want to say. But Kaylee will be home in about 40 minutes. I'm about to make dinner. This is what I usually do when Kaylee's gone, or if I'm making Kaylee on a day off. I have this sweet little box here. Oh, you can hear. It's a little speaker, but it's Bluetooth to my phone, so I can just play music off of my phone right onto this little speaker, and it can get really loud. It's a really nice little speaker. I think we got it at Costco. You can still get them. Let me see what it's called. Them? I don't know, but it's a cool little tiny speaker. Anyways, check out this beautiful looking meat. Looks so good. Really nice red color. It's got good marbling. This is the meat that I buy that's pretty cheap. I forgot how much a pound it was. I want to say it was like $2 a pound or something. It was really good deal. And what I'll do is I'll season it, sear it, and I'll make a sauce for it. And I swear the stuff tastes like a nice piece of meat. Almost tastes like a kind of a in-between like a New York steak and a ribeye. So it's a little more flavor as far as like a fat flavor than a New York, but it's not as like fatty as like a ribeye would be. I would probably prefer to have a ribeye if I could, but this totally works when you're kind of doing it on a budget. Poor Olive gets to smell all the good smells and she doesn't really get to eat any of it, so poor girl. I use a special seasoning that I make myself. It's kind of like a Cajun seasoning, so you can, it's really similar to like what you would have as like a Cajun seasoning, but I think it works on everything. But take a look at it here. It's a mixture of garlic powder, pepper, salt, paprika, cayenne, a little bit of cumin, and some ground onion powder, I believe. I think that's everything in it. But you can literally put it on chicken, steak, fish, shrimp, whatever you want. Good tip to searing inside your house here is make sure your meat is dry, because the water moisture will create like a barrier. So kind of like I know I saw a video, I don't know if it was like Mythbusters or whatever, but they dipped their hand in water and then they could dunk their hand in molten metal, like really like liquid metal, and the water creates like a barrier so it wouldn't burn their hand. So it's the same exact thing with the steak. You're not gonna get that like crispy layer, and it's not gonna really seal when you have a ton of water on it. It's just gonna heat up and it's gonna you know, create your meat to cook without your sear. So that would be my one tip, and I'll show you what this all looks like when it's all done. Check that out. That's some garlic and some butter and oil in the pan that all this steak came from. So that's the base of the sauce. Then we're gonna add in some white, I usually use red wine, but all I have is white wine, which will be fine. Use some wine and some chicken broth. And we'll use some half and half to make like a cream sauce. Well, Kaylee?
What?
How's it look?
Dinner looks good. Really good.
Did you miss me today?
I miss you every day you don't work with me. It's so boring. Did you miss me though? That's the question.
Yeah.
Alright, don't ask me why I am baking bread at 10:30 at night, but I decided to give the bread a second go. So this is the dough out of the fridge. It's been in the fridge for what has it been, like 2 or 3 days? So I'm hoping that this one will turn out better. I did add in the last video that I made a mistake when I baked the bread the first time. Since the dough was freshly made, I didn't need to let it sit out another 40 minutes after the 2 hours. So that was my mistake. It rose way too much. It got like huge and weird, and then when I baked it, it like deflated. I don't even know. So hopefully this one will turn out better. I have let it sit out for about 40 minutes. So now I'm gonna bake it and we'll see how it turns out. Let's check on the bread. Woo! You wanna pull it out?
It's crazy hot.
Well, I can already tell you that this loaf looks way better than the last one. Remember how flat the other one was? This one's like nice and risen. Yum. I think I'll actually put some of my cinnamon sugar on it with some butter. Thanks for my juice today. Seriously, I got really excited. Sometimes Costco doesn't carry 100% cranberry juice. I like the 100% juice. I'm like picky and I don't really like the cranberry cocktail. Don't!
I hope it's done.
You big jack.
Then we cut it right down in the middle.
No. Here, I'll cut it. Got a little crispy. Oh dear. It said 30 minutes. Oh, look at that steam. Can you see it?
Yeah, you can see it.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. It's burning my hand. Yeah, this bread turned out way better than the last one. I probably should let it cool a little bit, but...
What? Don't you want that
You get
warm
the idea.
bread?
Josh just ate his whole piece of bread. So I was gonna do the cinnamon sugar, but then Josh got out this Lily Koi jelly, and I couldn't resist, and I think I was like, I'll go
That
with the
jelly
I'll
is
go with the
really
jelly.
good.
It's really good jelly.
You know why I like that jelly?
Why?
Because it's not like, the flavor is not like super strong. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a subtle sweet.
Mmm, that's so good. Fresh baked bread is so good. Okay, well, we need to end this vlog because the battery is dying. This camera just died.
It's gonna die, so.
No, this one is about to die.
Why should they thumbs up?
Thumbs up for homemade bread and for Josh making yummy steak. That was really good. And,
Subscribe.
and subscribe, because why wouldn't you? See you guys tomorrow. Say bye, Ollie Poo.
Don't do the thing where you get all quiet when you're mad and you won't say why you're mad. I will tell you that's probably like the #1 relationship destroyer.